Misha, could you comment a little bit about the cloud-based partnerships your organization has struck, and how is that leading towards this march to digital at MasterCard?
Absolutely. So just going to provide you some background. We're actually about to release a product. We're going to be announcing that in Vegas in a couple of weeks. And one of the things that we have found out is that this cloud-based strategy, and again, as you know, we are sitting on like a 10 plus petabyte data, right? So the cloud is definitely helping us, though I have to caveat it also. It's like the culture right now, it's still not allowing us to kind of go with the raw transaction data. So there has to be kind of the cutting of that proverbial umbilical cord between the raw transaction data and the process data. And in that process data is kind of what we have uploaded to the cloud. And part of that also is kind of the fear of kind of being hacked in, so that you wanted to kind of keep the raw transaction data separate from the process data. So that's kind of, and again, we've got like a wonderful user interface, and we were able to kind of do that because our data was on the cloud, and changing that on the fly was very, very helpful. So just like what Kenneth was mentioning earlier, cloud is definitely facilitating innovation. And in fact, this whole idea kind of came, would not have been possible if we did not have the cloud.
Wow, that's a strong endorsement. So Albert, a question for you on similar lines. What are some of those partnerships you're building on the digital ecosystem at TIAA-CREF?
So from an infrastructural perspective, you can imagine that TIAA's probably got the same technology stack and the partnerships that every other organization has. So there's nothing different there. I unfortunately can't share with you some of the partnerships and joint ventures we're working on from an M&A perspective. That would be insider-based. But I can tell you that we're looking always at innovation, speed to market, great customer experiences, and reliability, and we're looking to, kind of continually improve those areas.
Excellent. I would like to throw it open to the audience for questions to the panelists, and then I do want to get back with one final question for the panelists each. So I know the center thing is all cleared out. I don't know, but there were people sitting here. Yeah. All right. Yes, there is a question there.
Hi. So I've been hearing about transformation and whose role is it to really lead innovation transformation in the company? And I've also been hearing on the other side where it's not this leadership, whether it's like people in the rank and file or people up above. So what are your thoughts on that? Whose role is it? Is it everybody's role?
So I can take that. So I am of the opinion that it's everybody's role, and it's very, very important to kind of find out the good ideas and propel it up to the top. So I'll kind of give you kind of an example of what MasterCard does. So in MasterCard, this idea that I was just mentioning to you earlier that we're going to be announcing in Vegas, it actually came from from all the way from the CEO. The CEO wanted to find out what is the next big idea that we should be pursuing, right? So we actually have this competition, and these competition awards are pretty big. It's like the winning idea and the team can get as much as $250,000, right? So that kind of gets all the juices flowing. So, and it's a global competition, so all the ideas come in, and then all the ideas are assessed and then decided what ideas need to move forward. So that's kind of and the employees vote in as well. So it's very interactive. So that kind of helps, especially in a large organization, so that that these are indeed the better ideas to kind of move. And of course, that typically the number one idea will get funded, but then again, in the process, you've also got number 2 to 15 ideas that that you can invest in as well.
Do you want to add to that?
I just add that I think that works well for innovation, but if the conversation moves to transformation, it needs to come from the top. It has to.